All right, so moving on to the next segment. I'll be sharing my fight prediction for this weekend's fight taking place at the light heavyweight division between Jiri Prochazka and Khalil Rountree. So this fight between these two light heavyweight contenders will be taking place on the undercard of the UFC 320 card this weekend, taking place in the UFC world. So storylines heading into this fight. Which fighter will climb up the ranks in the light heavyweight division? Now, this division is starting to pick up some steam, but I think everybody could tell the four top contenders in my eyes, and probably to a lot of people out there watching, listening will agree, it's the four fighters that are a part of this UFC 320 card. Magomed Ankalaev, who's the champion, Alex Pereira, the former champion, who's defeated a lot of names, including these two fighters that will be fighting each other, Jiri Prochazka and Khalil Rountree. I think those are the four best fighters, in my opinion, at the light heavyweight division right now. And I think based off of both Jiri Prochazka and Khalil Rountree's previous performances, defeating Jamal Hill decisively, Jiri Prochazka knocking him out, and then Khalil Rountree just outfighting him and outstriking him for 5 rounds. Both of them defeated Jamal Hill decisively, a former world champion at this division. So in my eyes, depending on how depending on how the main event plays out between Magomed Ankalaev and Alex Pereira, the winner of this fight between Jiri Prochazka and Khalil Rountree could be in line to get a light heavyweight championship title shot next. So the winner of this fight, there's a lot riding on for the winner. A lot at stake for the winner. The loser could get bumped down a few notches in this light heavyweight division, that's something you don't want. You want to be next in line fighting for a world title. So I think this is going to be a really competitive fight. Enough with the storyline. Let's head into the tail of the tape here. Tail of the tape here. Starting off with Khalil Rountree. Khalil Rountree, in his MMA career, he has 15 victories, 6 losses to his resume. Has 10 victories come away of knockout. Currently the 4th ranked contender at the light heavyweight division. Stands at 6'1" with a reach of 76 inches. Then I'm looking at Jiri Prochazka. Jiri Prochazka has 31 victories, 5 losses, 1 draw to his MMA career. Has 27 victories come away of knockout. Has 3 submission victories. Currently the 2nd ranked light heavyweight contender in the UFC today. Former light heavyweight champion in his own right, stands at 6'3" with a reach of 80 inches. So the height and the reach goes in favor of Jiri Prochazka heading into this fight on the undercard of the UFC 320 card. Now, these are the following game plans that I have for these respective light heavyweight contenders to follow if they want to walk out of Vegas with their hand raised. Starting off with Khalil Rountree. Khalil Rountree needs to aim for leg kicks, whether that's leg kicks to the body, leg kicks to the calves, leg kicks to the thighs. The leg kicks need to be going on effectively for 3 rounds if the fight lasts for that long for Khalil Rountree if he wants to have success against Jiri Prochazka. Now, Jiri Prochazka is a big man, but if you can land the leg strikes on this big man, it could slow him down offensively. And then Jiri Prochazka is going to be like a sitting duck because he can't move around the octagon swiftly. He's going to be sitting in place, can't move well, and that could be blood in the water for Khalil Rountree. And this would be good to soften him up, slow him down. And I've seen Khalil Rountree hurt opponents with calf kicks in the past. I've seen him hurt Alex Pereira when those two respective fighters fought each other last year. He was having his way with Alex Pereira landing the calf kicks. Of course, Alex Pereira knocked him out. But you see, the calf kicks can soften and slow down his opponents. Jamal Hill really suffered during the summer when he fought Khalil Rountree, when Khalil Rountree was landing the calf kicks and having his way offensively. So I've seen it happen before. I think this would be a perfect game plan for a dangerous fighter and Jiri Prochazka to slow him down with some calf kicks, going to the body, to the legs, to the thighs, slow him down any which way, soften him up, slow him down if you're Khalil Rountree. Next, Khalil Rountree has to be alert defensively. Cannot afford to be off balance, cannot afford to be caught slipping, caught lacking. He has to fight in the high guard. I think that would be really smart for Khalil Rountree to fight in the high guard. And he cannot he cannot afford to be caught slipping, or he could be knocked out in this fight against Jiri Prochazka. And last but not least, Khalil Rountree's got to be on time with the counter-punching battle. could be faster than Jiri Prochazka. Time will tell in the octagon. But the windmill hook that I seen Khalil Rountree shoot for, man, that's a shot. That windmill hook that comes down, it's not as awkward as DDP's, but as I digress, that windmill hook can do some damage. So if he could get down, tuck his head down, swing down with that windmill hook, land some 1-2 combinations, pop the jab, and fight comfortably with confidence, Khalil Rountree could win this fight and defeat Jiri Prochazka on the undercard of UFC 320. Now let's go to Jiri Prochazka here. Jiri Prochazka should use his height and his reach to his advantage here. Now, I think Jiri Prochazka should use his wingspan and fight well in the distance. I think having the height and the reach advantage, that should go in advantage to Jiri Prochazka in this fight. Next, I think Jiri Prochazka's got to fight in different lateral movements. He cannot be a sitting duck, cannot sit still, be a sitting tree. He has to move swiftly around that octagon, fighting someone like Khalil Rountree, who likes to move around, fighting well, fighting coming forward or off the back foot in his own right. So I think he should throw Khalil Rountree off his game plan, fight in the orthodox stance to basically throw him off his game, and rhythm offensively. I think this could be some really key adjustments for Jiri Prochazka to win this fight. And of course, last but not least, establish the power. If Jiri Prochazka can establish the power on Khalil Rountree, look out. Because, again, Jiri Prochazka is a dangerous force in his own right. 27 victories come away of knockout, mixing the feint, set up traps, use the lethal right hand of destruction that he possesses to hurt and stun Khalil Rountree. Guys, it's going to be a great fight. I think those game plans should be well intact for who is going to win this fight. May the best man win. I think this is a 50-50 fight. But with that being said, I'm going to go with Jiri Prochazka to defeat Khalil Rountree by knockout on the UFC 320 card. Listen, this fight could be an absolute banger. If you love 50-50 fights, if you love MMA fights that are kept standing still and not being exchanged in grappling exchanges, this is your fight between Jiri Prochazka and Khalil Rountree. I'm going with Jiri Prochazka here due to the height and the reach. I think that's a big reason why I'm leaning towards Jiri Prochazka. I think Jiri Prochazka is going to be faster than Khalil Rountree. I think he's stronger than Khalil Rountree. I think he possesses more power than Khalil Rountree, earning 27 victories come away of knockout during Jiri Prochazka's MMA career. And I think Jiri Prochazka, the way how he times his punches well, I think he's going to win the counter punching battle against Khalil Rountree. I think he could catch Khalil Rountree off balance with a dangerous counter shot to drop Jiri Prochazka to the canvas, and I think Jiri Prochazka from there can clean up the scraps to earn the KO victory against Khalil Rountree. I'll be really surprised if this fight really does go all 3 rounds on the UFC 320 card. But again, give me Jiri Prochazka to win this fight by knockout against Khalil Rountree on the UFC 320 card.